There's so many hyper kids. She said that this class is actually really hard to work with. I'm subbing first grade today, and what's crazy is that I was actually their substitute teacher at the beginning of this year before I started student teaching. First grade is usually busy and you're teaching a lot of things because the kids aren't independent yet, and I already see this giant pile of materials to teach. Whenever I walk into the classroom, I write my name on the board, I look through the lesson plans, and I create a seating chart, but this class doesn't have any name tags, so I probably have to create it throughout the day or hope that I can memorize their names quickly. I just saw that they get to choose their seats, which is really rare in first grade, so maybe they're a lot more independent than normal first graders. I love it when teachers put it in one spot and in order too. That way I don't have to like shuffle around everything to find whatever's needed for the day. I'm just going to read what I have to do up until recess and then look at the rest of the day later on. So in the morning they're doing a handwriting packet, then reading activities. It's a lot of steps. Oh, library later. Okay. Should be pretty easy. Right in the morning when the kids are coming in and settling down, they'll be working on handwriting. I literally just have to read the sentence and then they trace it and then copy it over again. This teacher is so amazing. She literally gives all the notes on like what to do and what not to do without me having to look through each section. On the lesson plan, it says I need to do these pages and start off here and then do all of these, which looks a little more overwhelming, but when you look at this, it's literally just do this, skip, skip, do this. Oh my goodness. There's so many hyper kids in this class, and it's like one whole table that's not listening because that one kid is just distracting everybody. There's another table on this side. It's just this side, honestly. The rest of them, perfect. But one kid over here, I talked to him. It was kind of sad because he was like, I'm trying my best every day and it's not enough. But I just assured him that he's doing a good job and that he's trying his hardest. It's so funny because when we went to the library, I was sitting on this stool while the kids were on the carpet. I had my legs like over each other, and one of the kids started touching my shoe and he thought he was being sneaky about it. I was also able to help some of the kids find books that they've been looking for the longest time, so one of them was super appreciative of me. I do have to be firmer with these kids because they know that they're trying to test boundaries with me. And this morning there was already a problem with that super distracted table because the talkative one, it's his birthday today. He brought in Transformer cookies and then the whole table was like discussing and arguing over who is going to get the Transformer one. Let me show you. The cookies are actually really cool. So these are the cookies and they were fighting over Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. One of them ended up crying because obviously the birthday boy is going to get one, but they settled one for the other kid first. I eventually let the third kid choose his next favorite, so he's going to get this one later. Man, this day is going to feel so long, but luckily the schedule doesn't look too bad. When they come back from recess, we're going to finish any unfinished morning work and then take them out to PE. It'll be lunch right after. After lunch might be a little more hectic because there's math, grammar, and science, and then I'll be done. I also read this poem to them and taught them how sensory words can be used to engage the reader, but also help them understand and feel what the author's trying to capture. And then we did this worksheet on all sounds and breaking down syllables and underlying vowel teams. I had to go supervise all of first grade during PE, and it was actually pretty fun because I was playing with the kids. One of my kids really wanted to talk to me about his love for bugs, so I was asking him questions like what's his favorite stage in the butterfly cycle. He was also telling me about how he got a shot on his bottom and then how he lost his 2 front teeth by hitting a pole. Another kid was telling me how she was in hip-hop, and so I was making like a hip-hop beat and she was dancing to it. That was a really nice break from all the work we've been doing in class. Now it's lunchtime. I'm gonna eat and then look at the schedule again and see what I'm doing. For math, I'll be teaching about solid figures, and there's a TM, which is basically tells you everything you need to say, but I don't like to follow it verbatim because that just feels very unnatural to me. And then we'll be working on a worksheet. After that will be grammar, another worksheet. I think, yeah, okay, so they have a packet. It's probably just one page noun sorts, and then it will be science. I'll be reading about alligators and then doing a worksheet on that. This is what math is looking like. It's literally just creating figures with 3D shapes. and then trying to figure out which shapes are used to create the figure. Afterwards, we're going to do this matching worksheet where they're going to read like one rectangular prism and one cylinder and find which one matches, and then if there's extra time, do this very cute Star Wars math activity. The day is over and I'm so glad and tired. The kids got their cookies and then I don't know what went on. The sugar probably got to them. They did pretty well with following along for this one, but then this one I let them do on their own because they were able to handle it. There were just a few students who spent like a lot of time just playing around. They enjoyed the Yoda one and they didn't know what the color cream was. So I kind of just like referred to my shirt. I hope this is cream. And then I told them to use either orange or yellow to lightly color it. It was pretty cute because at the end of the day, one of the kids was like, "Can I tell you something? We're kind of matching with cream." But he had dinosaurs all over his shirt. What else? Grammar was pretty sad. There was only like 1 or 2 tables that were participating. And then science, I was supposed to read this book and do like this whole cycle for the alligator, but we did not get to this one at all because while I was reading there were a lot of side conversations, so I would just have to stop the whole class and wait for them to show me that they were ready. I would continue. It would repeat and repeat and repeat. During PE though, one of the teachers came over to me and asked me how my day was going, and then she said that this class is actually really hard to work with. She was reassuring me that even if it was a hard day, it's mostly like the kids, not me. So that's the end of my day. I had duty up until 2:32. Now I'm back and I'm writing sub notes to let the teacher know what I got done, what I didn't get done, any problems I had, and of course I'm going to let her know the students who did a really good job. That way they can be rewarded by the teacher when she comes back tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel very tired, but it's time to close out. It's time to go home. See ya.